third win in Formula One for the Dutchman. Max Verstappen wins the Mexican Grand Prix for Red Bull. It is another victory. It is another superb drive for Max Verstappen. Valtteri Bottas and Kimi Raikkonen will come home to take the final podium spots. Hamilton in a minute will be crowned a world champion, Martin. From the council estate in Stevenage to the luxury apartments in Monaco, he has very much made his mark in this sport and deserves each one of the 4 titles.
Still having a look at P8, but he doesn't really need to. There's nowhere to overtake in this stadium section anyway, but it's good enough. He's done enough today.
Spare a thought for Sebastian Vettel, whose championship challenge has seen him top the table for the majority of this season, but since the summer break, Hamilton has been formidable. He has been the force, and he crosses the line now to become the 4-time world champion. Lewis Hamilton does it in 2017, and he can scarcely believe what has happened for this season. It has been magnificent, maybe not this afternoon, but certainly over the course of the campaign, and very definitely since the summer break. Sebastian Vettel comes home to finish in 4th place. Esteban Ocon with a 5th place finish equals his best in Formula One ahead of Lance Stroll. Happy birthday to him. And 6th for Williams. Sergio Perez has a best ever finish in Mexico, comes 7th ahead of Magnussen, and then Hamilton in 9th, and Fernando Alonso completing the points, and Mercedes have done it again. It is the quadruple double: 4 constructors, 4 drivers, world championships in succession.
Happiest 9th place they'll ever witness, I'd imagine. But it was about what Vettel couldn't do rather than what Hamilton could do. Verstappen put some manners on them down at the first corner, took his chances, made it pay off, and then frankly left them all. It might be the day of the dead this weekend, but he left them for dead, didn't he? He absolutely thrashed them.
Get in there, Lewis.
Yeah.
Champion of the world.
Lewis, this is total. Not the race we wanted, but who cares? Congratulations, 4-time world champions.
Nicky Lewis, thank you, thank you, thank you. 4-time, thank you.
We'll hear from Lewis Hamilton in a moment. The world champion-elect will be able to park his car down near the podium, and we'll get an instant reaction from him. Well, he knew this day was coming, Martin. I'm sure when he came here to Mexico, he's not this relaxed at a racetrack for quite some time, but I'm not sure at what stage it will now start to sink in.
Yeah, he only needed a 1/5 place in the last 3 races, so it's kind of going to happen, but made it hard work today, didn't he?
Didn't he just? And he's managed to find the Union flag as well.
Just had some deja vu with Ayrton Senna there.
Yeah.
With that flag, of course, but just sitting out of the car like that and celebrating another world championship. Make sure it doesn't go down the airbox, the car will stop.
It's the 17th time in total that a British driver has won a world championship, extends the record for a single country, and it's the 3rd time that a British driver has won a world championship here in Mexico.
I'd like to say a big thanks to everyone in this team. What you've done the past couple of years is just remarkable, and I'm just so grateful for all your hard work this year. God bless you.
Emotional moments, and I'm sure as he pulls over now to park in front of this magnificent stadium section. Yeah, he's not going to disappoint. We do get a few donuts as well. Magnificent scenes here in Mexico.
Hey Lewis, it's Neymar. I'm happy for you, bro. For World Championship. Winner!
Well, congratulations have been passed on by Prince Harry in the past. It's the turn of his good friend Neymar today to wish him all the best and congratulate him. Hamilton is world champion in 2017. And the fans running onto the track as well. He's not quite sure where to run to here, but straight into the arms of David Coulthard, who I think is going to have a jab.
Immersed in the emotion of this fourth world title. I know you can't, but we're live around the world here, so as soon as you can get your helmet off. You want me to fill for you? Come on, buddy. Lewis Hamilton, you're a 4-time world champion.
Viva Mexico! Wow.
Well, hold on. We got a special moment going on here.
Lewis's crew.
We know you love your boys, but your adoring audience around the globe want to hear from you as well. We can see some battle scars on your car. You had to fight hard for this one, almost as hard as I'm fighting to try and get you to say something. Lewis, it wasn't the way you wanted to win the World Championship, but you won this World Championship. Tell us about the race and tell us about the emotion.
Well, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that came out to support us. I hope we gave them a good race today. The Mexican fans are the best I think I've seen around the world. Honestly, you don't get to see this everywhere, so, you know, we've got great fans around the world, but you guys really create this atmosphere, so a big thank you. Man, I did everything I could. Had a good start, and I don't really know what happened at turn 3, but I gave him plenty of room. But I tried as hard as I come back, and I'm just a big thank you to my family, to my team. Mercedes have been incredible for the last 5 years, and I'm so proud to be a part of it.
You've had time to think about this championship. This has mean more than the previous 3. Now you're in an elite club of only 5 men that have achieved that amazing record.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't feel real, man. I mean, obviously, that's not the kind of race that I want when you're 40 seconds behind or something. But, you know, I never gave up, and that's really, I guess, what's important, what's in my heart. I kept going right to the end, so I'm grateful for today, and I would just want to lift it up to my family and to God, and thank, as I said, my team.
Congratulations against Lewis Hamilton, our 4-time world champion. So,
we go back to Michael Schumacher in 1994, the Australian Grand Prix, as the last driver to clinch a world championship in a race where he finished so low down.
Max Verstappen, meanwhile, you won your 3rd Grand Prix. Impeccable start to that race. That's really what made the opportunity, but you won by a massive gap. You must be delighted.
Yeah, of course, the start was very crucial, and I went around the outside, so that worked out well, and from there on I was just basically looking after the tires and the car. I just performed brilliant in the race, so of course a big thanks to Red Bull, because without them this was of course not possible, and of course, you know, after last week this is a perfect race.
You don't even have a sweat on your brow. You know, just how good was that race, controlling out from the front?
Yeah, it was cruising. It was great.
And the start, that was crucial, wasn't it? It was oh so close. Behind you, you had multiple world champions all touching with each other.
Yeah, that was good to see for me. And yeah, from there on, I just pulled away and did my race.
Okay, great stuff, Max. Enjoy that victory. So, Valtteri Bottas, sorry to make you gentlemen wait, but, you know, there's a world title and a victory there. Your 20th podium, steady race, but it didn't really look like you had the car under you this afternoon. So, what was going on in the cockpit?
Well, first of all, I was a big congrats to Lewis, and massive congratulations to our team for winning the world titles. It's been really nice to be part of that, and thank you, Mexico. Just Red Bull was too quick today. We tried everything we could, but just couldn't match them, and this was the result.
Okay, well, Valtteri, well done on that position. Kimi, your model of consistency, that's your 90th podium. I know you don't really care about that because you're all about victories, but again, start compromised you, and then it was just a question of damage limitation.
Yeah, actually, the initial start wasn't too bad, but then, you know, all of the guys, I was next to, I think it was Valtteri, but all the guys went behind each other and got massive tow, and I kind of was left alone, and then the people behind me managed to tow past me, so it was disaster after that, but, you know, just had some patience, and once the guys in front of us stopped, we had enough speed to improve, but obviously not a lot happened after that.
Okay, well, Kimi, you better go and get a refreshment after that race. Gentlemen, make your way up to the podium. We'll see you from the podium ceremony.
And the party will start on the podium once the champagne is sprayed tonight. Lewis Hamilton, he just wants to run and run. It's like Hamilton's turned Forrest Gump here now he's won the World Championship.
I think he wants to get back and see the team. And Bottas did a critical job there for Mercedes and for Hamilton, because without him there in second place, they would have swapped the two Ferraris around and kept the championship alive for what that's worth, with Hamilton coming in ninth. But nonetheless, it's never over until it's over, but it's over now.
It is over now. I tell you what, that's quite a jog at this altitude as well. As Hamilton runs back towards the pit lane, his mum down there to join the celebrations, and his trainer as well down there, smiles all around. We heard Niki Lauda offer his congratulations on the team radio. Let's hear some more from him.
Well, Niki, it might be an unusual way to win a championship, but that's it. It's over. He's done it.
Unusual way, if you're world champion, you're world champion. It's very simple. And nobody cares how you're going to do it. But what I don't understand, the aggressive maneuver of Vettel in the first corner, which hit Lewis hard. It was not his fault at all. And then his drama started. But in the end, it worked out. Fantastic.
Indeed, and he's a four-time world champion. Tell us what's been his the measure of Lewis's driving since, well, all year, but especially since the summer break.
Lewis was able, especially this year, to improve a lot. If you want to be more time world champion, you have to always get better and better and better. And from last year to this year, he got much better, incredible step forward, difficult car to drive, not so quick than last year, not so easy, and he really made it because of his own performance.
Excellent, thank you.
A good reminder that you win a championship through the entire championship, where you score your grid positions, your race finishing positions. It's not all about one day.
Well, yeah, he might have picked up 9 wins this season, but he's picked up points in every single race as well. It's I think it was Alan Hansen who once coined the phrase, you know, it's not strikers that win you championships, it's defence. It's actually, you know, that consistency that you need.
Be interesting to find out how much damage there was on the car, if there was damage on the car, because he didn't steam through the field like I thought he would, I must say, but it kind of didn't matter in the end. And you know, if he was going to tangle with somebody in turn 3, it might as well have been Vettel. But,
absolutely.
And I agree with Niki there. It was, if anybody's to blame on that, it was Vettel. He had enough racing room.
But it was aggressive, and he lost out, sadly for him, as a result as well. The fans allowed onto the track, which is great. And there must be some pretty wild scenes below the podium, I'm sure, in a few moments' time. Hamilton's already picked up the first of what I'm sure will be many glasses of champagne to come this evening. And whilst I still maintain that Monza is the best podium, Martin, and I know you said that on your feature at the Italian Grand Prix, this one might come fairly close to it in terms of atmosphere.
Yeah, I think it will. Monza is particularly special because you're over the racetrack itself and not alongside it, but there'll certainly be some atmosphere down there.
And for everyone who works so hard to produce, to prepare, to design, to build, to maintain the cars that the drivers go racing, the double celebration at Brackley and at Brixworth once again for Mercedes. What a season they've had.
And do you know what? 21 years I've been commentating now. After a championship's over, we often get some very good races because nothing to lose, gloves are off, reputations to be forged, and a long winter ahead. So don't think it'll just get easy from here on. It won't be.
Well, there'll be a lot to be settled as well. For this man, for instance, it's a third podium in the last 4 races, and don't forget he lost out on that podium finish in Austin when he crossed the line in third and was given the 5-second time penalty last week. Max Verstappen has been dogged by reliability issues and by those crashing into him this season, but he has come good at a late stage and has come good and has stayed good as well.
Need to put some GPS on these drivers and try and find them. They all appear to be at large somewhere.
Kimi Räikkönen on the podium then in back-to-back races. Valtteri Bottas ends a 3-race streak without a podium, and extends his points finishing streak to 13 consecutive races, and Bottas is now only 15 points behind Sebastian Vettel in the championship, and Max Verstappen wins for a third time in Formula One. ...80 points in the last 4 races. He's the top point scorer in the last 4 races is Max Verstappen, and he receives the winner's trophy then for a third time. And Red Bull pick up 3 race wins in the season as well. The man telling Max to slow down, his race engineer, Gianpiero Lambiase, receives the Constructors' Trophy. Big smile for him too. Valtteri Bottas with the runners-up trophy, and obviously Martin, they've been given an extra layer of polish because Kimi's got his shades on up at the podium and it's too bright for him again.
Solid drive from Valtteri. I don't think I'd want to underplay that one too much, although he did end up 20 seconds adrift of Verstappen. He still got the job done in second place, ahead of his fellow countryman there, Kimi, who was a further 34 seconds adrift of Valtteri, actually.
Well, this is it. You had a winner today in Max Verstappen, 20 seconds ahead of a Mercedes, 55 seconds ahead of a Ferrari. And on the day that Lewis Hamilton is crowned the world champion, will we see Max Verstappen winning titles, many more races, and taking the battle to him in the future? Mexico has decided the title, and it has stamped Max Verstappen's authority on Formula One as well. Let the party start. The DJ has the tunes. Max Verstappen has given it maximum revs all afternoon long.
Many congratulations to Max Verstappen and amazing drivers. DJ Hardwell comes on to spin some tunes here in celebration.